Shalom, everyone. Shalom. Shalom. Brochim habaim. Thank you all for coming. Before we bring our speaker out, I've been asked to make a couple of announcements. Firstly, we have two emergency exits. One over here and one over here. In case of an emergency, oxygen masks will not drop from the ceiling, and you may not use your seat cushion as a flotation device. Secondly, please take this opportunity to turn off all cell phones, pagers, beepers, candy wrappers, and life alerts, as well as any other noise-making devices. This is why we take a moment. Also, any recording of any type is strictly prohibited. The people you see over here and over here are here strictly for atmospheric purposes. In this era of social unrest and religious uncertainty, it's easy to misunderstand a culture or to make assumptions based on stereotypes. Judaism, especially, stands at a crossroads, with Jews themselves asking, who is a Jew? What is a Jew? Tonight, we are privileged to have with us a Jew. And not just me, but Rabbi Sol Solomon, who is here to shed some light on our people and perhaps to bring us all a little closer together in his unorthodox way. He is a proud graduate of the Richmond Shepard Theological Jewish Nursery School of Ocean Parkway, valedictorian of the Hebrew Institute of Culinary Distress in East Jerusalem, and for the last 12 years, spiritual leader of Temple Sons of Bitches in Great Neck, New York. Please welcome, with open arms, open hearts, and dilated mitral valves, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the Jewish Rabbi Sol Solomon.
Thank you. Wow, thank you. Oh. Shalom, shalom, goddamn lom. My name is Rabbi Sol Solomon, and I am thrilled to be here with you tonight. Of all the other places in the world I could possibly be right now, davening at the Wailing Wall, dining in Miami Beach, swimming in the YMHA pool, or merely having a nice long pish in the YMHA pool. All of these things are wonderful, but they are not as wonderful as being here with you, my congregation, for the evening. I take you all to my heart. Although, if you saw the condition of my heart, you wouldn't be so... Look, it is not easy being a man of the cloth. I am 48 years old, and yet I look like a senior citizen, and I talk like I'm 90. Why? What has put years on my svelte and glistening frame? I will tell you. Rage! Simmering, pent up 5,772 years of unbridled rage. Aren't you all glad you came here tonight? Now, as a rabbi, I preside over a synagogue in Great Neck, New York. That's Nassau County, Long Island. Anybody? Long Island? Well, you can... There we go. There we go. I figured. You can tell it's Long Island because to get from the dais to the sanctuary, you have to go through a nail salon. Demographically, my temple, Sons of Bitches, is from a rich white enclave. In fact, it's so white, Jews are the blacks. And yet, we all get along because life in Great Neck is determined not by the color of your skin, but by the color of your maid. Still, there seems to be room for lower middle class Jews. Thank you. There seems to be room for lower middle class Jews like me, even those who are not fully assimilated, the ones who still wear taluses, though sometimes we wear them like ponchos, very chic. The ones who do not eat pork or shrimp because we would just overcook it like everything else. Our congregation follows a modified Orthodox, deconstructed, split-level, two-up, two-down form of Judaism. Compared to other branches of Jewish practice, our mix of ritual, scripture, and humanism is a mess, but it works for us. Our congregation is very small, but devout and growing and extremely unpleasant in restaurants. Nevertheless, we know how to have fun because we mix the ancient teachings of Mosaic Judaism with the pizzazz of Broadway. Hit it, damn it! Oh yeah. Just take those crucifixes off the walls. Don't want to see no Christmas trees at all. To look at me, you know that I'm no goy. I'm just an old-time yeshiva boy. I'm just a chassid with an axe to grind. Those Jews for Jesus make me lose my mind. I've got a voice guaranteed to annoy. I'm just an old-time yeshiva boy. Now, you may be asking yourselves, what is a rabbi doing singing a rock and roll song? And the answer is, I am not from outer space. I am a person just like you. Just like you. Well, maybe a little better than you, but that's just because I bathe. No, not kidding. That is, however, an issue with my tribe. We are a dark immigrant nation. So anti-Semites can say that we're dirty, we smell, we have bad personal hygiene, and we have to say back to them, no! It's not true. Those are the Mexicans. Just put a Mogan David round my neck and write the UJA a whopping check. My prostate's bigger than a 3-pound blins. I'm just an old-time Jewish prince. Now, I may not conform to America's idea of an average person. I dress a little funny. I think differently. I talk like a lame stritch with testicles. Bigger testicles. And yet, just like average Joe Wonderbread, I too experience the modern world. I go to museums. I listen to the radio. I surf the internet. I watch Cinemax when the wife is asleep. I'm connected, damn it. And yet, I also follow my own culture and my own conscience in my own way. I don't proselytize. I don't come up to you and say, ooh, Goy, you should turn Jewish. You shouldn't, but you, yeah. No. And I don't knock on doorbells, and I don't spend my Sunday mornings going, oh, may I please speak to the head of the household about spirituality? Nah, save that dreck for the Mormons. I just want to share a modicum of my culture, to make a little sense of Jewish life in the 21st century. Just take the Torah from the sacred ark and hop the subway down to Borough Park. I'll be that alta kaka on the bench, just like an old-time Jewish mensch. So you can call me anything you like, except for Shmini, Maki, Heb, or Kike. Well, if you prick us, do we not go oi? I'm just an old-time yeshiva boy. I'm just an old-time yeshiva boy. And being Jewish just fills me with joy. Now here's an offer you cannot refuse. Tonight, all of us are gonna be Jews. Yeah! La 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 la. I ain't no convert, I'm the real McCoy. I'm just a... Hold it, goddammit, hold it. What the hell was that? It's like the top floor of a nursing home in here. Let us all take it again together from the bottom. Maestro, s'il vous plaît. I'm just an old-time yeshiva boy. I'm just an old-time yeshiva boy. That's it. I'm just an old-time yeshiva. Get into it, damn it. Just an old, sing it. Come on. I'm just an old-time yeshiva boy. One more time. I'm just an old-time yeshiva boy. I'm just an old-time yeshiva. Boy, yo, 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 yo. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Damn it. Well, as I sang in that little ditty, tonight everyone here is an honorary Jew, so that I may include you all in, talk to you mano a mano, no matter what your background happens to be. Catholic, Protestant, Lutheran, Baptist, Hindu, Hindon't, Latter-day Saints, Latter-day Packers, atheist, agnostic, Rastafarian, Shinto, Muslim, well, Quakers, Shakers, candlestick makers, does not matter. Your lack of familiarity will not hinder your enjoyment of the show. My lack of talent will hinder your enjoyment. No, but I do feel that we should have some common mutual meeting ground for us to understand each other. So I am going to teach you some words. Words that may scare you. Words that may thrill you. Words that, nah, they're just words. But they're in Hebrew, so you need to pay attention. Oh, and these are words that everybody can use. Intelligence is not a factor. Lucky you. So, let us begin with shalom. 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 Oh, excellent. Shalom means hello. It also means goodbye. This is not as confusing as it sounds. If your friend walks in the room and you say shalom, he's not going to think, shalom, I just got here, what the no. He will understand from context and common sense what it is you mean. Shalom, hello, shalom, goodbye. No one ever got this confused. All right, well, one time. In 1967, when the Beatles were playing Tel Aviv, and they decided to do a song in Hebrew. Unfortunately, they chose hello, goodbye. Shalom, shalom. I don't know why you say shalom. I say shalom. Shalom, shalom. I don't know why you say... Everybody thought they were psychotic. And just to be obnoxious, shalom also means peace. As in, oh, that Mrs. Feldman with the big boobs is a nice shalom. Another phrase that you should know is mazel tov. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Mazel tov means congratulations. A young man is about to get married. His father comes up to him and says, oh, son, mazel tov. You will remember this day as the best day of your life. The son says, but Pop, I'm not getting married till tomorrow. The father says, exactly. Oh, you're getting it. Oh, I love this. This is a good house. Here we go. But these words, shalom, mazel tov, though Jewish, are part of the American lingo, like l'chaim. Everybody drinks l'chaim. Doesn't matter where you're from. Latinos call each other shmendricks. Presbyterians like to schmooze on the golf course. Even skinheads say oy vey now and again. Oh, now skinheads are goyim. Goyim. Goyim are non-Jews. That's all. Nothing bad, no disparagement. And yet, people think it's a nasty word. Like cocksucker. But it's not. Goyim are just people who aren't good enough to be Jews. Wait. Let me explain. I know what Goys like. I know what Goys want. I know what Goys like. I know what's on their minds. Goys like to fix cars. They like March Madness. They like to sit in bars and drown their sadness. I know what Goys like. Goys like. Goys like cheese. I know what Goys like. They like the outdoors. They like new furniture and girls who dress like whores. They like Kraft mayonnaise on a cracker. They like their coleslaw, bacon, crab claw, golfing and plumbing, skiing, hiking, company calming, Narnia, Vikings, paintball and camo, guns and ammo, living in red states, schmucks! I know what Goys like. They like touch football, touched by an angel, and too much alcohol. They like to Scotch guard. They like their noggy pine, cooking with fresh lard, chilling their white wine. I know what Goys like. Goys like. Guess what? It's not me. La 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 la. La 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 da 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 da. You know what Goys really like? Other Goys. And that is the truth of it for all of us. We all like our own kind. And we get frightened or uncomfortable with others. So much so that we will put up barriers as if to say, we stay with us and you stay with you. We will even have barrier words. Words like schwarze. Oh, bad word. Schwarze. Oh, that was a schwarze. Do it again. Schwarze. Schwarze. We say schwarzes to mean black people. Why is this controversial? The word schwarz means black in German and Yiddish. Mr. Schwartz means Mr. Black, just like Mr. Weiss is Mr. White. Anybody here remember General Norman Schwarzkopf? Anybody? It's Norman. You know what his name meant in German? Yes, blackhead. General Blackhead. Schwarzkopf, blackhead. Weisskopf, whitehead. Fleischkopf, meathead. But the point is, I love you, darling, you're fine. The point is, if you ever happen to overhear a Jew using the word schwarze in conversation, please don't take it the wrong way. For example, if you hear them say, oh, God, I sure hope my daughter doesn't marry a schwarze. They steal. Nothing offensive there. But we were talking about Goyim, non-Jews. A shegitz is a non-Jewish male. Shegitz. Anybody know what a non-Jewish female is besides off limits? Yes, very good. Shiksa. Shikse. As in, every Jewish boy wants to shtup a shiksa. Every Jewish boy also wants to shtup a shegitz, but just in business. Possibly. We'll talk about your proclivities later, sir. Now you've made me lose my line. What is my line, goddammit? Shtup, yes. In case you haven't caught on, shtup is what you do with your putz. Putz is your penis, your puckle, your schmuck, your love mezuzah. A putz is what every Jewish boy has hanging between his legs from the day he is born to the day he gets married. If you want a laugh, just in case you're not getting any here tonight, if you want a laugh, keep the word putz in mind next time you watch the Golf Channel. Listen to the announcer. Well, Fred Couples just keeps getting better and better with his pots. I used to think Chichi Rodriguez had the nicest pots and Greg Norman had the longest pots. But when I see the pots of Fred Couples, I can't put my finger on it, but he is tremendous. I will now allow all of you 5 silent seconds in which to make your own putz jokes about Tiger Woods. And remember, he is half Schwarz. Go. All right. I know it's tough because he's also half Asian. Okay. You're going to be like my running commentary here. I love this. You're my color commentary, except you're not Schwarz. All right. Line again.
Also an insult.
Yes. Yes. The word putz may also be used as an insult, an epithet. I want to give you all a good example. Give me a moment. Oh, so good. Pay attention. You're a putz! Did we get that? It's subtle. However, you will not find the word putz in the Hebrew Bible. Not even in Deuteronomy, which has words like dildo and fucknut. No. The word you will find in the Bible over and over again is the name of God. Only it isn't the real name of God because we are forbidden to say the real name of God. So we come up with all these different nicknames for God. It's like God is in witness protection. And if somebody should accidentally say his real name, God is like, oh shit, I have to pack. Satan, help, I need a room. No, but still, we will use different names. Names like Adonai, or if that's still too close to the real name, we might say Adoshem. Or if that's too cute, we might say Hashem. That is the one that I use most often. Hashem. Hashem. Do it again. Hashem. Hashem. Gesundheit. Yes. But if you look in the Bible, you will see the name of God represented by 4 Hebrew letters. Yud, Hey, Vav, Hey. Yehudahu. Now, the Romans conflated this, of course, into their word for God, Jehovah, which is easier than saying Yehudahu. Sounds silly, but you try giving a sermon going, and Moses went up the mountain and said to Yehudah. Now, I believe that the name of God isn't all that special. It's just really difficult to pronounce, which means that the closest we all get to the name of God is in a New York City taxi. If your driver is from Croatia or some refugee from Gabon, look at the license. Acha Macha Kukaracha Lassa Apso Smith. That is the name of God right there. Ooh, that reminds me of a joke. A rabbi and a Brooklyn cab driver both dropped dead on the same day. And they come up to the pearly gates where the archangel Gabriel takes the rabbi by the hand and leads him slowly up a magnificent ivory staircase, up, up, up until they get to a beautiful cloud where Gabriel sits the rabbi on a luxurious recliner. And there's a widescreen TV showing every movie ever made, and shelves lined with millions of books, and a refrigerator overflowing with snacks and beverages and gourmet foods. The rabbi is in heaven, literally. And he sees Gabriel coming down the stairs and coming back up with the cab driver. And he's watching as they're going up and up and up past the cloud, higher and higher until they reach the very top, where Gabriel sits the cabbie on a golden throne by the left hand of God. The rabbi is in shock. Sees Gabriel coming down the stairs, says, Gabriel, wait, hold on. Gabriel says, what? What's the matter? Are you not happy? No, I'm very. It's wonderful, of course, but, well, he's up there and I'm only here. There must be some mistake. God doesn't make mistakes. Well, all right, yes, but Does that mean he was a better man than I am? No, does not mean that at all. Well, does that mean he was a better Jew? No, he's not even Jewish. Not even Jewish? But then, why? Simple. He brought more people to God. More people to God. 40 years I'm running a synagogue. I'm teaching a Hebrew school. I'm giving a sermon 3 times a week. Rabbi, yes, we know, and with all due respect, you give a sermon, 2 minutes, everybody's asleep. That guy, you get in his cab at rush hour, 2 seconds, you are praying to God. Not too bad. Well, what do you want at these prices, Jackie Mason? Let's do, pardon the throat here, let's do another word. Kvetch. Oh, I love this word. Kvetch. Kvetch. That's, oh, come on, we're off. Let's get together, everybody. Kvetch. Kvetch. All Jews kvetch all the time. Jews are afraid to trust happiness. The second a Jew begins to enjoy life, he becomes petrified that Hashem will come and take it all away. But if we kvetch, if we complain, maybe Hashem will see that already we're miserable, so he'll dump the new misery on somebody else. In the Bible, in Exodus, God gets angry at the Hebrews over and over again as they are wandering around the desert because they're kvetching, they're complaining. Oh, we don't have enough food. Oh, the Egyptians are going to catch us. Oh, we can't get Wi-Fi. And Hashem starts to get really pissed off, and he takes it out on Moses, who takes it out on the Israelites. But then what happens? Moses goes back up the mountain, and he appeases God. And what does he get? He gets food for the Jews and a promised land for their children. The squeaky tribe gets the manna. So, don't be afraid to kvetch now and then for what you are entitled, even if it means becoming something of a nudge. Oh, there's that word, nudge, everybody, nudge. Nudge. Do it again, nudge. Say it more. Say it to each other. Nudge, nudge, nudge. Keep it going, nudge, nudge. All right, enough. See, nobody likes a nudge, but the nudge is the one who comes out of the bank with their finance charges reversed. The nudge is the one in the delicatessen who sends back the overcooked roast beef and gets another one and a free dessert. And most importantly, the nudge is the one who calls the nurse to nudge the doctor to call the lab, to nudge the lab assistant to run the biopsy in 3 days rather than 12. Sometimes you have to kvetch, you have to nudge. You know, anti-Semites can say that Jews are pushy, we're sneaky, we're conniving, we're an international conspiracy. Whoa, woo, wah, now, no, no, no. We are simply a nation of nudges. Because if we weren't, there would not be an Israel, and we would all be corpses in Eastern Europe. After World War II, Ben Gurion, Chaim Weizmann, Golda Meir, they are meeting with President Truman. And they are telling him, no, we can't live in Russia. And we're not safe in France. And frankly, Germany has been a disappointing host. But America won't let us in. So, please, Mr. President, nudge, kvetch, give us a country. Give us a country, give us a country, nudge, kvetch, Madagascar. Well, Madagascar is pleasant, but we would rather be near the Great Temple. Nudge, kvetch, give us a country, give us a... Kenya? Uganda? Mr. President, do you honestly see us living next door to Schwarzes? Well, you wouldn't. Even your house is white. Us in huts without central air? I don't think so. Please, Mr. President, we want a homeland in our homeland. Israel! Israel, Israel, we want Israel. Nuj, Etch, Israel, 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 and we'll make it nice. We'll irrigate, we'll have a democracy, pretty postage stamps. Harry, may I call you Harry? Mr. President, do you like oranges? See, I have a cousin, she works on a kibbutz. She can get you the sweetest, freshest oranges, wholesale. Oh, well, you know, there's a 2% markup. But we'll talk. Nuj, Vetch, Israel, Israel, we want Israel, 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 Israel. And if by some chance you could throw in Boca Raton, that would be really, really nice. No, Israel's fine. Israel, yes, yes, Israel. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Israel. Thank you. See, Jews learn to nudge and fetch because we are used to getting the short end of a stick. Sometimes you have to take the stick and poke people in the ass with it. Harvard won't let us in. Yale has a quota. Your country club doesn't want us. Fine. Next time you need a Jewish doctor, bring War and Peace to the waiting room because you will finish it twice. Or, oh, you want to borrow some money. Sure, 40% interest. Oh, and kindly leave a pound of flesh with the receptionist on your way out, asshole. See, Jews did not want to be money lenders. But Christian children could say, ooh, when I grow up, I want to be a fireman. When I grow up, I'm going to be a farmer like my daddy. When I grow up, I'm going to be an actor, if the kid's a faggot. But Jewish children did not turn to each other and say, oh, when I'm older, I'm going into usury. I want to loan my worst enemy 1,000 drachmas and get back 1,400 covered with spit. No, as usual, Jews made the best of a difficult situation. See, Christians were not allowed to lend money. And Jews, they were not allowed to do anything but lend money. So convenient how that works out, isn't it? Now, Jews make up 2% of the United States population. That's it, 2%. So do you really think America cares about Israel? Israel is nothing. It's Luxembourg with falafels. But Israel happens to be situated right in the heart of crazy Muslim land. Israel's got the location, America's got the dough. It's a match made in capitalism. And it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Oh no, wait, that's my prostate. Oi, hold on. I need some beverage music very quickly. Oi, Gewalt. Oi, oi. So, what is it that makes me a Jew? Apart from my crippling depression. What is it that makes any of us Jewish? Show of hands. How many people here tonight identify themselves as Jewish? Please, don't be afraid. Oh, it's New York. Look at this. Oh, my God. I asked this question in Colorado a few months ago. It's like one person, like, should I raise? Should I? Oi, don't kill me. No, but, oh, this is... And some of you may not have even been born Jewish. You may have converted, or you did not find out until later in life when your grandma on her deathbed called the family together and said, Faith and Begara, you know, our real family name isn't O'Grady, it's O'Grady Baum. Shalom. Ugh. That shalom means goodbye. Now, tradition says that if you have a Jewish mother, God help you. Now, if your mom is a Jew, so are you. Your dad could drive a mitzvah truck. If he married a Gentile, you're shiksa out of luck. Now, The Orthodox may disagree with me to the point of name-calling and physical harm, but I feel that definition is too restrictive. To me, if you are raised Jewish, if you follow the major holidays, if either one of your parents is nervous or irritable, you're in the trouble. Converts also, if you choose to renounce your previous faith and take on the mantle of Jewish life, welcome, crazy person, the more the merrier. No, because let's face it, who the hell wants to be Jewish? The rules, the history, the ostracism, the guilt, you have to be meshugah. A convert is like Lou Gehrig saying, oh, I'm tired of the New York Yankees, but the New York Mets, there's a team. You know, I did that with the Chicago Cubs last night. I got nothing to. I don't know what to do with that. A convert is like Phelps, Michael Phelps, gold medalist, telling his agent, oh, Wheaties Schmeaties, next year I swim in the Special Olympics. Because, let's face it, Judaism is the Special Olympics of religion. I'm sorry, it's true. We have all these little rules we have to follow every minute. Kiss the fringe, touch the Torah, make the blessing, break the bread, cut the matzah, tie this 6 times around this, 7 times around this. This is not religion. This is OCD. Watch Jews davening, praying at the Wailing Wall. What are they doing? They're rocking and they're bouncing back and forth. Do you know who else does this? Jerry's kids. Only 2 things in the world can make a human being move like this: religion and muscular dystrophy. Oh. Have you ever listened to a conversation in Hebrew or Yiddish? All you hear is choch and pluch and choch, the moving, the ass is moving, the breakfast is flying. We wear yarmulkes, we should wear helmets. Even our social activities, even our pastimes. What are 3 things Jews like? Musical theater, abstract art, and children's choirs. Oh. What do the handicapped love? Show tunes, to dream the impossible, trombone, anything with Robert Preston in it. Retards are flying around the room. Brain damaged and the Jews both love musical theater. And abstract painting. Jews love Kandinsky, Mongoloids love finger painting. Tell the difference. And, of course, children's choirs. If you don't already have autism going into the concert, you will by the time they take out those goddamn wooden flutes. Honestly, the only difference between Jews and circus geeks is the way we kill our chickens. Take the most smart, successful, put-together, good-looking Jew, super Jew, Paul Newman, Jonas Salk, Buddy Hackett, perfect human specimens, Natalie Portman, Theodore Bickel, half of Harrison Ford, people who can move among the Goyim, head held high, chest out, playing tennis, summering in Maine, or merely choosing the right Chardonnay. Scratch the surface of Super Jew, and underneath what he's saying is, hi, I like to ride the bus. Put Super Jew in a room full of waspy blondes, and inside, Jew is thinking, they're going to see through me, and they're going to make fun of me, and they're probably going to kill me. And why shouldn't they? Who am I to mingle among people who look and think and act like they're entitled to the world? What am I entitled to? A nugget, a crumb. Don't hit me, don't hurt me. I'm just going to go over here in this corner. You won't even know I'm here. Controlling the media. Now, have you all heard this joke? Yankel and Irving are old friends. And now they're in Auschwitz. And they're standing naked over an open pit about to be shot by an SS guard. And Irving looks at them, and the SS guard looks at them, and he says, "Filthy Jews, do you have any last words?" Irving looks around and he says, "You pigs, you poisonous blood clots from the cunts of your syphilitic mothers. I hope your families die in such agony that vultures will be afraid to touch their corpses. You fucking animals, you godforsaken monsters!" At which point, Yankel comes up to him and says, "Irving, shh, don't make trouble." Now, this is my favorite joke in the whole world. I can see it's not yours, but it is mine, because it tells you everything you need to know about the Jewish mindset. The rage, the fear, the resilience, the guilt, the desire to fit in, the discomfort with public nudity, and yet, whether you are born into it or if you choose to be a part of it, you cannot imagine it any other way. If your father and your mother barely tolerate each other, then you're Jewish, and then you're Jewish. If your grandma was O'Grady, but you always called her Sadie, then you're Jewish, and then you're Jewish. If you're sitting at a party and you're offered marijuana and you're honored to be offered, but deep down you just don't wanna, cause the brain cells in your head are too valuable to lose. If your mom and papa taught you that, I guarantee they're Jews. If you burp and foof a lot and you still hate Arafat, then you're Jewish, and then you're Jewish. If you're miserable at sports and you don't look good in shorts, then you're Jewish, and then you're Jewish. If your children get an A and you make a little fuss, but you cannot help but say, next time go for A+. If they grow up to be gay and you say, that's fine by us, then you're Jewish, and then you're Jewish. If you're in the military and they're calling you a fairy cause you're not a Presbyterian, you don't come from the prairie, and you're getting dysentery from the eating meat and dairy, then you're Jewish, and you're Jewish. If you're always in a hurry yet you still make time to worry, then you're Jewish, then you're Jewish. If you're filled with ethnic pride, yet you still wish you could hide, then you're Jewish, and then you're Jewish. If you're making a donation to the local UJA of a dozen pants and dresses you're not wearing anyway, they're in pretty good condition, but a not impressive brand, yet you tell the IRS that they're worth over $1,000, then you're Jewish, and then you're Jewish. If it's 33 AD and you're killed in Galilee, then you're Jewish, and then you're Jewish. If it's 1492 and you're on that ocean blue, then you're Jewish, and then you're Jewish. If it's Germany or Austria in 1945 and your 50-year-old cousin just turned out to be alive, then she's lucky if she's Jewish. Yes, the world can be forbidding, and you sometimes feel like quitting. Yet you're joking and you're kidding when your throat you feel like slitting. You can raise an angry fist, try to be an atheist. You're cynical and caustic, but you can't be an agnostic when you wish you could be Christian, but it's just out of the question. Then you're Jewish, and you're Jewish, and you're Jewish, and you're Jewish, and you're Jewish. Deal with it! Thank you, damn it. And thank you, Richard. Thank you. It was lovely playing there. Thank you. Richard Shore, everybody. Thank you. So the upshot is, you can be born Jewish, you can convert, you can be a half Jewish, a quarter Jewish, a 16th Jewish. It's all the same. If you identify yourself as a Jew, you're a Jew. Unless you're a Jew for Jesus, in which case, is there a bigger oxymoron in the world than Jews for Jesus? Vegetarians for brisket. Hookers for abstinence. Republicans for social services. I'm sorry, if you are a Jew, you do not believe in Jesus. Case closed, doors shut, next patient. And, okay, maybe Jesus was a real person. Some guy 2,000 years ago who went around claiming to be a prophet. Picked up some followers, made some enemies, kind of like Al Sharpton. And, no, that got nothing. Is he still on TV? I gotta work on that right now. Maybe he even did some magic tricks to fool the peasants. Did Jesus really walk on water? Sure, in the winter. Did Jesus heal the sick and the lame? Perhaps. You know, we have a special secret word for people who do just that sort of thing. We call them doctors. Did Jesus raise the dead? Maybe. So do lifeguards. I'm sorry, but to me, Jesus was just a dude. If he was at all, that's all he was. And when he got too big for his britches, the Romans, mind you, not the Jews, the Romans dealt with him the way they dealt with all their political prisoners. And yet, somehow, Jews get blamed for killing Jesus. For 2 millennia, that has been our bad rap. We killed your Lord. Doesn't matter that it was the Romans who dragged him through the streets, that it was the Romans who tortured him, that it was the Romans who hung him up like a moose head. No. Somehow Jews are the Christ killers. Well, not anymore. Even the Pope says so. Now we know to put the blame where it belongs. The Italians. They're the Romans. Jews don't live in Rome. We live in Far Rockaway. Jesus dies on the cross along with so many others, equally innocent and or guilty. End of story. The operative word being story. Was Jesus the Son of God? Yes. So am I. So are all of you. So is my Uncle Mordecai, who used to play with his nipples at the Seder. We are all children of God metaphorically. Literally, nothing doing. And the Jesus myth does not even add up. Would a Jewish father allow this to happen to his only son? The second a centurion picks up a hammer, Jewish papa says, "I'm suing!" Goyim, I don't mean to burst your Bible, but the New Testament is nothing more than fictional fables to teach us morals. Old Testament also. Do you really think there was a Garden of Eden, a Tower of Babel, Sodom and Gomorrah? Well, Newark and Passaic, but beyond those. These are all just adaptations of allegories, stories stolen and retold by dead white men to give comfort, maintain order, and consolidate power. Look, I have 21 and a half children, all of them by my dear and relentlessly pregnant wife, Miriam Libby. If I tell my kids, be good, who listens? In one ear and out the tuchus. But if I tell them there was a guy, Noah, who was the only righteous man in town. So when the great flood came, he and his family lived with a lot of pets. But everyone else died because they were bad and they disobeyed. Now, are you going to do your algebra homework, or do I tell him works every time. Hey, and it works on grown-ups too. We forgive our families because Joseph forgave his brothers. Christians give charity because Jesus fed the multitudes on one loaf of bread, which is no big deal, by the way. I have an uncle who can make one bottle of scotch go 5 years. He's not a prophet, he's just a cheap son of a bitch. There is no way to prove or disprove the stories we are taught to believe. So we all go on faith. No one alive knows anything, which is why, at their core, all religions are basically absurd. And Judaism is only slightly less insane than the others just because we were there first. Well, after the sun god and the moon goddess and the fish goddess and what have you. And these made more sense. A caveman wakes up in the morning, he goes out, he's like, whoa, ooh, what is that? It's hot, it's bright, I should pray to that. He goes a little further, and he's like, whoa, this is wet and it's deep. Og, schnog, did you do this? Any of you guys do this? Ooh, I think we found another god. This is no less irrational than worshiping invisible spirit. If I pray to Hashem, what happens? Same thing that happens if I pray to a sheepdog. Nothing, gunished. But it makes me feel better. Jews feel better with a burning bush. Goyim feel better with a guy who can turn himself into a cracker. It's all the same nonsense. It's just that Goyim took Jewish nonsense and added more nonsense. But as Rabbi Teitelbaum of Grozny once put it, the Old Testament, the Hebrew Bible, can be only one of two things. It is either the absolute word of God or pure invention, divinity or drivel. Either way, leave it alone. Don't embellish, don't diminish. You have nothing to gain. Look, if you are walking in a field and you come across a beautiful diamond, do you paint it? Do you glue rhinestones to it? No. You don't bedazzle a diamond. It's a diamond. By the same token, if you are walking in a field and you stumble upon a giant pile of horse shit, if you climb up on top of it and take a shit, you did not just make a diamond. You made a duty. There was the old shit, now there's your new shit, and together it's still shit. Now, forgive the metaphor, but this shit comes in all creeds and religions. A Christian will come upon the pile of shit and he will say, whoa, I need to live my life by this. This shit plopped for my sins. Holy shit. And you see these poor goyim on the buses and the trains and in the cafes, and they're frantically studying the shit, looking for anything relevant. Ooh, yay, Lemkin begat Fufkin, who begat Plotkin, who stole 3 goats. Wow, the holy word! If they find one useful sentence, it's like the shining nugget of corn in the crap. But okay, maybe these goyim on the buses and the trains have nothing else in this world to cling to. But there are wealthy Protestants and fundamentalists who want to run America based on this shit. See, they're going to heaven on the wings of shit. And if you don't believe, you are shit out of luck and luck out of shit, because they start wars and crusades over this shit. See, they take the shit literally. They see in the shit, oh, promiscuity bad, homosexuality worse. Oh, Armageddon good, it's in the shit. Catholics are scared shitless of the shit. So scared, they elect a guy in Rome, in a city built entirely upon this shit. A puff of brown smoke goes up, and this expert, King Shit, gets to tell everybody, don't use condoms, don't have abortions, don't be gay, unless you're a priest getting jacked off by an altar boy, in which case, don't talk about it. Wait. He's infallible. Give or take 5 years in the Hitler Youth, he knows his shit. Baptists want to be dipped in shit. They want the shit all over them because they believe that if you are submerged in shit, you will come up smelling like daisies. No. If you are submerged in shit, you will come up smelling like Greeley, Colorado. I lived there, I know. Lutherans are more reserved. A Lutheran comes upon the pile of shit and says, whoa, I sure hope it's not all soft and mushy because then I might start to enjoy it. A Mormon will say, good morning, sir. May I interest you in some latter-day shit? It's fresh. Our leaguer dug it out of the ground. Take a whiff. Oh, that is some good shit right there. That is as American as shit pie. Why do you think they call us a movement? The Amish, the Mennonites, they take their shit plain. No corn, no nuts, no strands of red pepper. To them, anything that fell after the shit they don't want to know about because somewhere in the shit it says, oh, it's okay to bake pretzels, but you can't ride in a Buick. I don't know. A Christian scientist will say, oh, I think I'm having a hernia. Oh, shit. Look it up. Okay. Scientologists believe that shit comes from another planet. This is absolutely true. They believe that shit comes from Mars. Of course, the rest of us know shit comes from Uranus. I'm sorry, I know it's... Oh, I know. That was beneath me, as shit would be. An atheist doesn't see the shit. They reject any notion of shit until they are dying, at which point, frantically and furtively, they are eating shit. Agnostics don't know shit, but they smell something. Unitarians, they're fun. A Unitarian says, well, we know someone took a shit, we just don't know who. Let's all sing about it. He took a big shit from his ass, he took a big shit. That's the Unitarians. Buddhists, however, are more together. A Buddhist will come upon the shit in a field, and he will stop, and he will contemplate, and he will meditate. What is the sound of one fly buzzing? Then they won't get into the shit, they will just follow a trail of smears, which leads us to the Arabs, the Muslims, the Shiites. Muhammad, wise man, would not come to the shit, so Shit Mountain comes to Muhammad, and he's been giving the world shit ever since. 5 times a day, these shitheads face caca on their magic carpets, and they're squatting in this shitting and squatting and shitting and squatting. It's a good thing the carpets don't fly, or else they go right into American buildings. These people will die for this shit. They have mass murdered for this shit. And they will bury the whole fucking world in a pile of their shit with a little oil slick on top. And when it's all over, what will be left are a few pathetic souls casually circling the shit and occasionally wiping their shoes. These are my people, because we always survive. And we will look up at the sky and then down at the shit. And we will look back up at the sky and then back down at the shit. And we will think to ourselves, 5,772 years of this shit. And here, my friends, is the essence of Judaism. Because we will look back up at the sky and we will say, thank you, Hashem. At least it's not diarrhea. Well, I'm the head of a synagogue in Old Great Neck, New York. And though I am not Orthodox, at least I don't eat pork, except spare ribs. Well, I am generally miserable. That's just how I be. so it's quite a shock. And my world is rocked when I hear you wanna be like me. Oh, you, hoo. So you wanna be a Jew, hoo. You wanna grow a beard, dress up weird, new, hoo. Well, it's alright if you wanna be an Israelite. Just learn the laws, ditch Santa Claus, and you just might. Well, now that we are all in this shit together, and knowing what I have taught you so far about Jews, I'm sure many of you are thinking, wow, Hitler had a point. But before you start hating, let's do some celebrating. Well, you don't have to be circumcised. Well, not if you're a chick. But boy, oh boy, if you're a boy, you better go snip that dick. Then get 2 sets of dishes and a prayer book, of course. Then find the wife and spend your life praying for death or divorce. Oh, boo, hoo. Who wants to be Hebrew? Hoo. You want to wake up sore, kiss the door, lose 3 pounds on Yom Kippur. Oh boy, yoy. Who wants to be a goy, yoy? Just drop the cross, no big loss, say yoy. Well, now we come to that part of the show that for many people is the best part, intermission. If you need to pee or vomit, please do it now. Well, when you hit the bathroom, not yet, I don't have a mop. If you would like a sucking candy or a nosh, I think she has some, so ask her nicely. Plus, we have water and beverages kosher for sale in the lobby. And if you must use your cell phones, please be courteous of your neighbors. Nobody needs to hear, hi. Wait, hi, can you hear me? Hi. Oh, hi, it's me. Who the fuck else? It's me. Yeah, I'm at the show. It's intermission. Oh my God, he's so dirty. Not especially funny, but so dirty. I'm so glad I didn't take someone I love to this. No. I'm staying for the second act. I want to see if he's hit by lightning. See you in church. Yes, we are done with Act 1, but not with our fun. This Jew swears to you it gets worse in Act 2. It's true that I'm outspoken. I'm sorry if I shout. But when Jews are quiet, you can't deny it. We tend to get rubbed out. So I say what I say, that's just my way when I have you in my grip. And it's just as well, cause I'm cute as hell when I do my Gaza Strip. Oh, aye. So you wanna be like this, Rabbi? And like me, you'll run a shul for Adonai. Well, yids, so you wanna be yids. I got lots more facts in the second act, so come on back. Damn it!
Hello. Welcome back. Thank you. So good to see all of you again. It's always gratifying to know that we have enough masochists in the audience to justify going on to Act 2. If you used your cell phones during intermission, please turn them off now. If you have any wine or beer left over, well, you certainly have more willpower than I do. Now, those of you sitting over here may have noticed that we have a screen up for a slideshow. Those of you sitting over here may not have noticed it because you just can't see it. Don't worry, we have a slideshow coming up, but the rabbi is very descriptive. You won't know what you're missing, and besides, it's like chicken soup at Passover. Everyone wants to put the farfel in, but it doesn't change the taste of the soup much. So, anyway, unfortunately, the rabbi's daily prune juice high colonic decided to take effect during intermission. And he just needs a few minutes to recover. Fortunately, he had the forethought, if not the foreskin, to hand me this little ditty before the show to help pass the time while he passes.
Oh, God!
It's called, Is It Good for the Jews? Is it good for the Jews? Do we win or do we lose? 666, or maybe 5. Does it mollify? Does it harm? Does it qualify for alarm? Is the danger far or near? Is it joy or oives near? Ask the Rebbe, ask the Moil. Is it good for Yisrael? Do we dance or sing the blues? Is it good for the Jews? Is it righteous? Is it wrong? Is it relevant to this song? With the subtext and the clues as they pertain to the Jews. Is it heaven? Is it hell? Do we gasp? Or do we smell? A mound of gold, a pile of shoes. Is it good for us? I think the rabbi's ready to continue. Baruch Hashem. So once again, please welcome the most unique spiritual leader since Maimonides, and perhaps your Maimonides, all the way from Temple Sons of Bitches in Great Neck, New York. Let's have another big hand for Rabbi Sol Solomon.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Shalom. Shalom again. Shalom. Shalom. Oh, it is so good to be back. I missed you. Did you have a nice break? Get a tasty nosh? Maybe have a nice chat with your neighbor? Me neither. But I did have the most wonderful time in the bathroom. Oh my God, I was so constipated. Could you tell? But after all the singing and the dancing and the jumping around, wow! Plus, I had Chipotle for lunch. Montezuma not only got his revenge, he blew up the town. Anyway, we have so much to do and so little precious time. But before we do some history, I feel I need to apologize to all of you. I worry that I may have left you with a negative impression of Judaism. I don't see it, but I've been told that if you take some of the things I said out of context, or in context, you might feel that Judaism is grim, timid, intolerant, irrational. But to see Judaism as any one of these things is to forget that Judaism is all of these things. But it is also more. Take the Jewish holidays. We have a ton of them, as any office manager will tell you. Believe it or not, most of them are joyful. Hanukkah, Purim, Simchas Torah. Oh, in synagogue, we spent 52 weeks reading the Torah beginning to end, week after week, until they all lived Jewishly ever after. Now, what do we do when we're finished? Right. Without even taking a breath, we go back to the beginning. And you wonder why every Jew is in therapy. But before Simchas Torah, we have two other Jewish holidays. Sukkot, in which we sit in the sukkah. This is a tiny homemade shack, which is to remind us of all the great Hebrew slumlords. And after Sukkot, there's Shmini Atzeret, the 8th day of assembly. I have no idea what the hell that is, but I do know that it is a time of happiness when we give thanks to Hashem for the good harvest, the good weather, the good book, and good times. Sing with me, won't you? This is a song about Shmini Atzeret. It's just 3 minutes if you can bear it. We sit around in the sukkah together, hoping for peace and half-decent weather. Chai de chai de chai de chai. Chai de chai de chai de chai. Cho de cho de cho de cho. Cho de cho de cho de cho. Chi de chi de chi de chi. Chi de chi de chi de chi. Cho de cho de cho. Cho de cho de cho. I sit all day with a Bible in front of me until I reach the end of Deuteronomy. We dance around, say prayers, and then we have to start with Genesis all over again. Chai de chai de chai de chai. Ribbidi bobbidi bibbidi bay. Oosha, oosha, oosha boom. Chau de chai. There was a man on this happy day. He drank too much and got carried away. They found him crouching behind the sukkah, strung out on crank with an underage hooker. Oi da oi da oi da oi. Yoga-loga-lay. Tradition. Chau-de-chau-de-chay. There was a rabbi. We'll call him Freddy. He did brisses, though his hands were not steady. They tracked him down, and what they saw was creepy. They found 3 knives and a sack full of peepees. Oi da oi da oi da oi. Whoa! Well, that's the story of Shmini Atzeret. I'm glad that you, my friends, were here to hear it. It may be minor, but one thing is sure. I'll take it any day over Yom Kippur Pur. Everyone! Chau de chau de chau de chau. Chi de chi de chi de chi. Chau de chau de chau. Oy vey, oy vey, oy vey. Thank you so much. You were wonderful. You're all hired. Under scale, but still. One of, mood lighting, I love it. One of the most important things about being Jewish is the connection every Jew feels to the history stretching back behind him. Some Babylonian slave, a medieval serf, a Renaissance painter, and a World War I chaplain all said the same prayers and followed the same customs that I do today. And if the world lasts another 5,000 years, I wouldn't take bets, but if it does, you can bet some Vulcan on Jupiter will turn to an android and say, oh, I would love to explore your galaxy, but I can't time warp on Shabbos. The continuum of our people is carried down through our scholars, our parents, and, if I may be so bold, our rabbis. We are not just keepers of the faith. We are the rope that pulls the faith forward. So, I would like to share with you some tidbits of our wisest, greatest leaders. A Torah top 10, if you will. The learning and lives of our most venerated rabbis. They are not just pages in a book. They're slides in a PowerPoint. Come. Oh, now, this, by the way, is a picture of a rabbi. Okay. How can we tell this is a rabbi? Anybody, please. Beard, hat. Who said the smell? Damn it, yes. The beard, the hat, anything else? Any others? Payas, that's very good. The dark clothing and the faraway twinkle in his eyes. Is it the spark of divine madness? No, it's glaucoma. This, by the way, was the great Rebbe of Lithuania. This was the not-so-great Rebbe of Lithuania, but he taught us an important lesson. He was a rather insular Rebbe, very stingy and nitpicky. Only towards the end did they discover that every single week he saved up until anonymously he would make a donation through his local bank. It was a sperm bank, but still, yes, and they were unauthorized deposits, and he was caught white-handed, but still, all right, I know. Next! Oh, here we have Reb Zezel of blessed memory. He was beloved for his earthiness and vitality. So many Jews live only in their own heads, obsessed with learning and preoccupied with the world to come. Reb Zezel was very much of this world. He loved friendship and food and sports and women, including, unfortunately, women married to other rabbis, which is why Reb Zezel was stabbed to death by this rabbi, and this rabbi, and this rabbi on a very bad Yom Kippur in 1962. Still, despite his secular proclivities, Reb Zezel published many books, among them Eat, Pray, Go Back to Eating, the romance novel Me Talmud, You Jane, and, of course, the ever-popular How to Cheat at Bagel, which went into a second printing because the first was hand-carved on deerskin. Oh, here we have Rabbi Taub, the silent one. When a student would ask him a question, he would say nothing, just ponder for hours and even days on end. Before anybody even noticed, he'd been dead for 7 years. Next slide. Oh boy. Here we have a very sad case. After years in the community, this beloved rabbi was arrested for child molestation. A tragic misunderstanding. See, he was overheard saying that he liked to prey upon children. No, what he said was he liked to prey among children, naked. So, the legacy of Rabbi Fulkerson is debated to this day because he touched so many people below the waist. Okay. Show of hands, how many people saw that joke coming? I'm just wondering. Let me see, the Jewishness is rubbing off on you, much as Reb Fulkerson would. Next. Ooh, here we have a very rare photograph of the Kleigenfuss Rebbe, third from the left. He was known for giving passionate speeches, tantrums really, about how money and Western values were corrupting Jewish life. He begged his fellow rabbis to take vows of poverty and divest themselves of worldly belongings. So committed was he that when they refused, he took it upon himself to visit their houses late at night and remove their jewelry, antiques, and cash. Later, under oath, he swore that he was only taking these items to give them to the poor in Aruba. The jury did not believe him, nor did his fellow rabbis, which is why he was bludgeoned to death by this rabbi, and these two badasses over here. Oh, this brings us to Rabbi Jeffrey Saperstein of Omaha, Nebraska. A polarizing figure because, unlike most Jews, he proselytized. He wanted converts, and he would woo them with solace and guidance and cannabis. His reasoning was that after World War II, procreation and intermarriage were simply not enough to build back the Jewish race. It's like real estate, he said. If you can't afford to build a Jew from scratch, you find a cheap Goy and renovate. However, Reb Saperstein's efforts met with only limited success, mainly because his converts did not want to be circumcised, especially since the procedures were done without anesthetic by the rabbi's lovely wife, Gail, using masking tape, bobby pins, and a pizza wheel. Yes. Like you, I am crossing my legs up here. Oh, here we have Reb Chaim Zatz, the scholar. He spent decades translating the Torah into Hebrew. A terrible waste of time, of course, because the Torah was already in Hebrew. A discovery that led Reb Zotz to Rhode Island's Butler Hospital for the Insane. Even there, he sought knowledge. Orderlies confiscated notebook after notebook filled with his method of turning roast beef back into cows. Yes, he was deranged, but he taught us a phrase I will never forget. On the wall above his bed, he had these words: "To live is to honor your family, respect your neighbor, and forgive yourself." Isn't that perfect? This so-called crazy man wrote those words with his heart and with his excrement. And lastly, but not leastly, we come to the famous Rabbi Hillel. He lived 2,000 years ago during the Holy Roman Empire. Word of Hillel's patience and wisdom spread even among the Goyim. The story goes, a stranger came from far away to test the great rabbi, just for the Hillel of it. And he goes up to Hillel and he says, I don't have a lot of time. Why don't you tell me everything I need to know about Judaism while I stand here on one foot? Well, this Goy had already been to another rabbi who called him an idiot and sent him packing. And let me tell you, if this Goy had come up to me on one foot, I would have taken a baseball bat to his ankle. First law of Judaism, don't fuck with me, I have a bat. But I am no Rabbi Hillel. Hillel just looked at the stranger standing there on one foot, possibly hopping, and said to him, here is what you need to know about Judaism. Treat other people the way you want them to treat you. That's it. All the rest is commentary. And with that, the cynic left a disciple, because all the rest is commentary. The Torah, the Talmud, the holidays, the rules, they all spring from the same impulse. Live and let live. Nothing could be simpler. And yet, we haven't managed it in 5 million years. As soon as one part of the world cools down, another boils over. 1989, the Iron Curtain falls. 2 years later, Somalia goes apeshit. 1994, South Africa stops apartheid. Same year, the Hutus in Rwanda go medieval on the Tutsis. 1998, Ireland finishes the Troubles. 3 years later, Osama bin Lunatic. Balance in this world is when one continent stops killing, so another takes up the slack. And I'm sorry if this is racist to say, but the biggest slackers tend to be the Arabs. Lockerbie, Madrid, Beirut, Mumbai, Algeria, Munich. It's like Rick Steves' Europe for psychopaths. Line.
From the people who gave us.
Ah, yes. From the people who gave us Leon Klinghoffer and the USS Cole and World Trade Center 1. It's World Trade Center 2, featuring 3,000 reasons to hate these fucking people. 2 Arab children are standing on the street. One says to the other, so, what do you want to be when you blow up? Am I being hard on the Muslims? Good. Decades of terrorism will do that to a person. See, this is how the game is played, how it always works. Israel makes overtures to peace. The Arabs say, we're listening. Give up everything. Israel says, fuck you, but let's talk. And so the peace talks begin until, boom, a bus in Haifa goes up in a human barbecue. Israel gets angry. America says, wait, don't do anything rash, you'll hurt the peace talks. And so they go on talking. And Israel says, at least acknowledge our right to exist. And the Arabs say, no, but we're listening. Give up everything. Israel says, fuck you, but we'll keep talking. And so the peace talks continue until, boom, some cunt in a burqa blows up a nightclub. Now, Israel is really angry. And America says, wait, we'll talk to the UN. And the United Nations monitors the situation. And in the interest of peace and justice, condemn Israel. More constructive dialogue. And this time, Israel just says, please stop murdering. And the Arabs say, we're listening. Did you just say something? A bomb goes off in Tiberias. Israel shells back. Peace talks over. Except, secretly, Israeli leaders are meeting with the Arabs. And this time, finally, the Arabs say, we're listening. Give up everything. This has been the game for 60 motherfucking years. You know why they call it peace talks, right? Well, there's a piece of a Jew over here, and there's another piece of a Jew over here. Oh, look, here's two pieces of the bitch who blew herself up. And now, terrorism is global, so Goyim can enjoy it too. Please understand that out of the 1.5 billion Muslims in the world, I am sure that 1.4 billion are decent, marvelous people. Just a shame, like 100 million bad apples, you know. And where do you find them? In caves, in compounds, in mountains. It's like the Where's Waldo of evil. I'm not saying there aren't bad Jews, 6 or 7, but at least we know where the hell they are. They're in penthouses like Bernie Madoff, or in co-ops like Joel Steinberg and Son of Sam, because Jews may be wicked, but we're not stupid. Better 20 years in jail than 50 years in a dune. These Arabs have international connections, funded by petroleum gazillionaires, and they live in tents. How do they impress their neighbors? I wonder about that. Do they say, oh, we have a new nail in our plank, and we just covered everything with a fresh coat of scorpion repellent, and next week we're putting in a dung bucket for the kids. Lie. Racist? Moa? Okay. Let us take an objective look at Jews versus Arabs. Our contributions to modern life, okay? Look at this. The Jews first, huh? Pretty impressive, eh? 108. This is a list of Jews, by the way, in case for those of you in the very ultra cheap seats. There's Jews up there. 181 Nobel Prizes, dozens of cures and discoveries, thousands of Oscars, Grammys, Emmys, Tony Awards, hint, hint. Now, let us note the Arab contribution. What? No, that's the halal contribution. We go forward. There we go. Please note, hey, look, who doesn't love falafel? And MASH and Monk, wonderful TV programs, both created by Jews, but I digress. See, the Arabs hate Israel because we are on their land. Doesn't matter that they were nomadic, wandering tribes just like we were. Doesn't matter that they already have more land than they know what to do with. Doesn't matter that Omar Sharif broke the race barrier by kissing Barbara Streisand. Not to mention the taste barrier. We are at constant war with our Arab brothers because they will not let us be. Now, that may change with all the revolutions going on over there, but it won't. All it takes is a handful of religious fanatics to spoil a country.
Look at Texas.
Look at Texas.
So
I don't care if it's Egypt or Libya or what the fuckistan. The question is not, will they turn Muslim? But when they go Muslim, will they march into Czechoslovakia? Now you can say, why do the Jews need Israel? We're safe in America, right? For now. But I wonder, if you took a time machine back to 1912 and you asked a Jew in Berlin, so, what do you think this place will be like in 25 years? Oh, the same. He is now a very decorative lampshade. I don't know what this place will be like in 25 years, but I do know that Israel will still be on the map, or there won't be a goddamn map. Israel is a wee little place, but it is our place. And if the Arabs feel like second-class citizens there, they can move to the music. This land is Israel. It isn't your land. If you don't like, then take a hike. There's other places for other races. Israel was made for Jews like me. For thousands of years, Jewish tribes lived in Israel. They did not control it. They were ruled by Egyptians, Persians, Philistines, osteopaths, all sorts of overseers, until Alexander the Great in 200 BCE. The tribes of Israel first made their home in a place that briefly was Greco-Roman. Then came Egyptians, then the Crusaders, then the Mongolians, who were invaders. But the Mongolians did not stay long, just long enough to get the Jews hooked on Chinese food. A cycle of addiction that continues to this very day. And after the Mongolians came the Mamluks. These were sultans from Egypt who called themselves Mamluks because they could say, "Mom, look, I'm killing a Jew." Now the Mamluks take us all the way to the 1500s, when the Turks make Israel part of the Ottoman Empire. And after the Ottomans, and the sofas and the love seats, sorry, the League of Nations puts England in charge in 1917. This land was Turkish, then it was British, but they felt guilty, so now it's Yiddish. See, between the wars, 500,000 Jews migrated to Palestine. This made the Arabs real happy. England tried to partition the region. This made nobody happy. So now you've got Arab terrorists on one side and Jewish freedom fighters on the other. Jewish freedom fighters are the same as Arab terrorists, only whinier. England says to the United Nations, "Bugger this, you handle it." And here is where the Jews get a lucky break. Oh, so lucky. 6 million of us were exterminated in Europe. So the world felt a little guilty. See, 5 million dead Jews, who gives a shit? But 6 million, that's crossing some kind of line. And so all these good-for-nothing countries bow to American pressure. And on May 15th, 1948, Israel is created as a homeland for the Jews. This land is kosher. Of this I'm so sure. If you complain, go live in Spain. Israel declares her independence. And the Arabs, who rejected a two-state solution the year before, now they have a better idea. They attack, because that is all they know. Israel wins the war, thank God. And now they have 20% more land than the United Nations gave them to begin with. So, in 1967, Egypt and Jordan gang up on Israel for another war. Israel wins again, thank God. And now we have even more land. Do you detect a pattern in this, people? Now, see, this extra land is what some people refer to as the so-called occupied territories. That is when one country controls land belonging to somebody else. As Americans, we have reservations about this sort of thing. Cherokee reservations, Navajo reservations. But Israel won her land fair and square in the wars. If I beat you at poker, my money. If you ambush me in my home and I cut off your foot, my foot. Go walk on your balls. The state of Israel is roughly the size of the state of New Jersey. True. If you get the two confused, just remember, Jews want to live in Israel. Nobody wants to live in New Jersey. 10,000 square miles is roughly the size of the state of Israel. Anybody want to hazard a guess how much land the Arabs have? 8.6 million square miles. And the Palestinians don't have a home. Boo-hoo! This land is Israel. It isn't Ishmael. It's very tiny, so kiss my hiney. If that sounds wrong, choke on my schlong. Israel was made for Jews like me. If you are Jewish, then you have Israel. If you are Arab, then you have Lebanon, and you have Syria, Iraq and Kuwait, Bahrain and Qatar, and UAE, Oman and Yemen, and Saudi Arabia, Egypt and Jordan, Sudan and Libya, and here's Tunisia, and big Algeria, and there's Morocco, and Mauritania, ooh, and baby Comoros, and Djibouti. But if you're Jewish, then you have Israel. That's the only place they'll let us be. This land is Jew land, it isn't you land. You don't approve? Then fucking move! Please understand, this is our land. Israel was made, hey! Israel was made, ha! Israel was made for Jews like me. Yeah! Well, we certainly have covered a lot of ground here tonight. Trampled it, in fact. But before I go back to the bathroom, I would like to hear from all of you. If you have questions for me about being Jewish, my life, my recent colonoscopy, or if you are having personal problems, which I imagine most of you are, this is your chance to ask the rabbi. Please don't be shy. Any question, no matter how ignorant. Please. Oh, I see a hand, which really should be washed at some point. Yes, yes, please.
I just wanted to know if you ever got personal permission from Woody Guthrie to ruin his song.
Personal permission from Woody Guthrie to ruin his...
To change his song.
Oh, to change... Did I get there? Well, Woody Guthrie wrote, how many? Did he write 1,000 songs? He wouldn't even remember that he wrote this one. He used to write 15 songs a day. People would ask him, oh, I love this thing. Did I write that? And it doesn't matter. He doesn't even remember writing it. Any other questions? Oh, here. Oh, it's a follow-up, a corollary. Excuse me.
I apologize because he doesn't care. Because we could consider him an honorary Jew because of his children.
That's right. Is Arlo Jewish?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. I'll have to check his...
Yes.
Well, no. I'll have to check his circumcision scar next time I see him. But, okay. Wonderful question. Thank you, sir. Do we have any other questions from the audience? Please do not be shy. This is your chance. How many chances do you have? I see. Oh, another hand. Yes.
Rabbi, when am I getting paid?
Let me ask Hashem. And the answer is yes. Any other? Yes.
Does Rick Santorum believe in intermarriage?
Does Rick Santorum? I don't know why you were asking me. Did you ask Rick Santorum if I sleep on different color pillows? Why are you asking me about Rick Santorum? All right, does he believe in what did you say? Intermarriage? Well, yes. I think he believes that a man can marry a woman. So that's kind of an inter right there, if you think about it. Any other questions? Oh, another question. My God, I still have to be funny. All right, talk to me.
Rabbi, is it true that the best kind of cheese to eat on Passover is mozzarella?
Get out! I will leave you with that, with your shame. But thank you for that. Any other questions? Oh, you again! Oh, my God.
Excuse me, Rabbi.
The class clown here. Yes, what?
This show, I enjoyed it tremendously.
Oh, thank you.
And I can tell that you were a great scholar.
Thank
no
you.
question in my mind. However,
However,
minor point, I don't think the League of Nations could have granted England a Palestinian mandate in 1917, since the League of Nations was only invented in 1918. I'm sorry, Rabbi.
oh my God, did I get my dates right? You know what? I set my watch fast that day. So it went backwards a little too fast. It probably was 1918. Thank you for clarifying. Oh, another question. Oh, this is so wonderful. Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Did you know?
Did you know? Notice? You're not Jewish, are you?
I am.
Oh, welcome.
Did you know that when Moses was leading the people across the Red Sea, it was open, they got very thirsty?
Did they?
Yes. And they said, can we drink this? And Moses says, don't drink this water. It's salt water. It's no good. A fish popped up and said to Moses, Moses, I can take care of this for you.
Ooh.
We have gills. We can filter that. And he says, but you have to honor us on your holidays. And that's why we have gefilte fish.
You and him, to both of you, I will tell everybody that apparently there's a play opening off-Broadway called Old Jews Telling Jokes. You might be, obviously, you two are really interested in that. One last question, and then we have to kind of get out of here. You've been a wonderful crowd, yes.
I'm going to take a threesome.
Oh, a threesome, now we're talking, hello!
Do you know, not that.
Oh, damn it, yes.
Do you know the difference between Chinese New Year and the Jewish New Year?
Chinese New Year versus the Jewish New Year. No, I do not know. What is the difference? Tell me.
1,068 years the Jews had to suffer without Chinese food.
Oh, thank you. That was building on my Chinese food joke from before, but thank you. It's kind of a little rim shot. Yes.
Related to Albert Lefkowitz?
Am I related? Is he married to someone named Liesel? Well, first of all, my name is not Lefkowitz. It's Solomon. Read the program, for crying out loud. Are you sure you're in the right theater? This is not Wicked. I'm not on a broomstick, you know. Here I am defying gravity. I'm a Jew. All right. I think it is time, unfortunately, alas, for... are we done? Thank you very much. It is time to bring my sermon to a close. So, oh my God, now I'm all discombobulated. To bring my sermon to a close, I hope that you have all, yes, that you have all learned something from me tonight, not just about being Jewish, but about surviving in this harsh and nonsensical universe. As my blessed father used to say, that which does not kill us leaves us emotionally crippled. But to be here tonight with all of you and not one sharp object hurled in my direction fills me with gratitude. As Rabbi Utmal of Kishinev used to say, life is like syphilis. If you live with bitterness, it will spread to everyone around you. Better to be joyful and spread that. Very wise man, Rabbi Utmal of Kishinev, who died of syphilis. But never give up hope. Sometimes Hashem floats into your life. Sometimes when you need him, he tiptoes around you. You barely even know he's there. And sometimes he hits you, bam, like a cum shot in the eye. Whatever way it happens, I hope you all find the God you need in the way that you need it. When Jewish is what you are, you'll be hated near and far. Goys will say how cheap you are, but what can you do? You can't pass with your white skin. Country clubs now let you in. Still, you'll never be their kin when you are a Jew. Yes, you're fine. You just assimilate. In fact, you're doing great. without belonging. All your clothes are out of fashion. Christians hate you for the passion. Still you're Jewish, so you'll cash in. That's what you do. It's so easy to despair. Jews get blamed for breathing air. No one said that life is fair. It's sad, but it's true. Still, my friends, we pray to God above for peace and hope and love and new days dawning. I would like to teach you all one more Hebrew phrase. Todah Rabbah. Todah Rabbah.
Todah Rabbah.
It means thank you very much. Todah Rabbah for being such a wonderful audience. If you remember nothing else of what I have said here tonight, although I imagine you will remember the cum shot in the eye line, but beyond that, I hope you will keep in mind the words of the great Hillel when he said that who you are is how you treat other people. I hope you will remember that when I ask you for money in the parking lot later on. And please be even more generous with your applause for my brilliant accompanist, Richard Shore. He's available for bar mitzvahs, brisses, orgies.
King activities, liposuction, really anything.
Thank you, Richard. And also, thank you to Bill in the booth and to Richmond Shepard and Evan Seplow and his crew of the photographers here, and to everyone who made this night possible. On behalf of myself and my dear wife, Miriam Libby, and our 21 and a half beautiful children, well, 15 are beautiful, the rest inbreeding. Todah Rabbah to every one of you from every one of me. Now it's time to say shalom. Don't annoy me, just go home. Good night. Good night. Thank you. Shalom Dammit. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Richard. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Oh my God, I wasn't kidding when I say you have been a wonderful audience. I want you to go and kill the audience we had last night. If you would do that for me, I'd be a most grateful person to you. Where are they? Thank you. That's the spirit. Please, if you have friends or people you no longer want to be your friends, tell them that we are here for 3 more afternoons. Tomorrow, which is Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 2 o'clock at the Richmond Shepard Theater. Please tell them, bring family, bring everyone. Tell them that this show is happening for some godforsaken reason. And if I could just have 2.5 minutes more of your time to share another song that we can sing together. Would you like that? One more little song. It's called the Bagel Boat Song. Rabbi coming and we're gonna go pray. Rabbi coming and we're gonna go pray. Eat gefilte fish and matzahs.
Rabbi's coming and we're gonna go pray.
Cross the street when you see schwarzes.
Rabbi's coming and we're gonna go pray.
Kiss the phylacteries, say your brachas.
Rabbi's coming and we're gonna go pray.
Bend your knees and move your tuchus.
Rabbi's coming and we're gonna go pray.
Come, Mrs. Finkelman, come and kiss the Torah.
Rabbi's coming and we're gonna go pray.
How'd you like to do their horizontal horror?
Rabbi's coming and we're gonna go pray.
Just the men now.
Scratch your crotch and cough up phlegm.
Rabbi's coming and we're gonna go pray.
Next year in Jerusalem.
Halabai. Rabbi's coming and we're
gonna go pray.
Just the women now. Paint your nails and wear a wig. Rabbi's coming and we're gonna go pray. Just don't think of eating pig. Rabbi's coming and we're gonna go pray. Hey, misave, 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 misave. Ah! Rabbi's coming and we're gonna go pray.
Here's my personal opinion.
Rabbi's coming and we're gonna go pray.
Give New Jersey to the Palestinians.
Rabbi's coming and we're gonna go pray. Sing it strong and sing it loud. Rabbi's coming and we're gonna go pray. We killed Jesus and we're proud. Rabbi's coming and we're gonna go pray.
Follow Saul and you can't lose.
Rabbi's coming and we're gonna go pray. Now go home and make more Jews. Rabbi's coming and we're gonna go pray. Hoy vey, hoy vey. Rabbi's coming and we're gonna go pray. Hoy vey, hoy vey. Rabbi's coming and we're gonna go pray. Thank you. Good night. Shalom Dammit. Thank you. Good night.